I'm Dan Delaney. I'm the coordinator for the Stream Restoration Alliance of the Middle Rogue, and I'm also the project manager for this project, which is the Jones Creek Channel Restoration Project. The channel in Jones Creek has downcut about 5 feet at 2 culvert sites, and our objective is to restore the channel grade. So let's get started. We're at the work site. The in-stream work is going to start tomorrow, but we have the materials here, and let's take a look at the materials. The 0 to 3/4 inch material, it's going to make up 22% of our stream mix. And if you can look here, it's got clay, silt, sand, coarse sand, and small rock up to 3/4 of an inch. All of these, we have 3 piles here of materials. They'll be mixed here on site before they're taken to the channel. We're not going to attempt to try to mix them in the channel. Okay, this pile here is the next size larger. It is 1 inch to 6 inches. And as you can see, the bigger pieces here are 6 inches, but we've got a lot of 2 inch and 4 inch and 1 inch rock. Okay, this is the 6 inch to 18 inch material that we have, and it's going to be 20% of the total mix, and this is by volume. Okay, so as you can see, again, we have a variation of all those sizes within that category. So the largest rocks here are approximately 18 inches, and they go down to this size right here, which is approximately 6 inches. This is going to be 35% of our total mix. This is on the 18 to 36 inch category rock. And we will use these as shadow rock and to add channel roughness to the channel. The existing channel, as you'll see tomorrow when we actually do the in-stream work, is made up of very small materials, 1 to 2 inches, and that's why it eroded away, in addition to the culverts being undersized and creating too much velocity. So we're going to use these to help slow the velocity, to dissipate the stream energy. Some of these will be used as footers on our shadow rock, and most of our shadow rock will have footers underneath them so that they don't move. That's our objective. Give you some idea of the actual work site. We have about a 2-foot drop right here. Goes into about a 3.5-foot sponge pool. Now the design for this project will recreate the channel as it was prior to when the culvert was built. So we will actually upgrade the channel clear up to the lip of this culvert. So this sponge pool will no longer be here, and we will produce a grade about 3.5 to 4% grade over 170-foot reach. This is a view inside of the culvert looking downstream, just to give you some idea of a before photo, and we'll retake this after we've completed the channel work.
I'm Alicia, I'm the riparian specialist, and this is a pretty typical portion of our site on Jones Creek. We've got steep banks and a lot of blackberry cover, and we have some mature trees, but part of the project is going to be reshaping the banks where we can and reestablishing native trees and shrubs.
We're here at the Spalding Culvert. The coffer dam has been installed. It's made out of clay. It's pretty darn watertight, and we have a pump that's pumping the water around our work area. This pump will be shut off at night, and the creek will be allowed to flow through that pipe and flow all night, and then we will start it up again in the morning. We're going to start salvage operations as soon as the water clears. Should be about 20 minutes. The stream is dried up now. We're bringing in some big boulders and stuff to fill the jump pool, and then we'll be mixing stream bed mix in with these boulders. We want to make sure that we've got the entire edge of this pool armored pretty well. This is a view of the what used to be the jump pool, looking down on it from above. The boulders that you see here are about 4 feet in diameter. When we're done, they're going to be around 4 to 5 feet apart, and we're going to have them about 20. The tops of these boulders will be about 20 inches above the the new stream bed elevation. We're infilling between the boulders with stream bed mix. Okay, we're starting to fill up the jump pool here. We're placing our shadow rock and making sure that they're all on footers, or 3 to 4 feet in diameter. And pretty soon here we're going to stop, bring in fines, put the fines down, and then water jet those fines in between all of those rocks. Okay, this shows us with the water gun. It's a water jet, high pressure hose. We use this to prove that we have a seal. Wash the fines in between all the rocks, and when the water comes to the surface like that, that shows that a seal has been achieved. And we do that in layers as we go. This is a view of placing a footer rock. This rock is about 4 feet in length, about 2 feet in width. We placed it so the flat side is up, and then we will place a shadow rock on top of the footer. Like that. This is the afternoon of the 4th day. We finished the first site, which is the Spalding culvert, and I'm standing inside the culvert looking downstream just so you get a view of it. And we ended up with an average of about 3.8% grade. And I'm just going to walk down the channel here a little bit and let you get a view of the roughness of the channel. We actually started out with a 3.5% grade coming out of the culvert because we were going into this curve, and then we went a little steeper after we made the curve, because the channel opened up and just had a few more options. This is the mouth of the railroad culvert. This is our first day of construction. We will be installing a dam, coffer dam, and diverting the water around, salvaging fish, and then we will get started filling in the channel. This is the outlet of the railroad culvert. The coffer dam is installed. We're pumping water out of Jones Creek. The channel is now dry. Fish have been salvaged out of the jump pool. And just going to pan slowly here and give you a view of the channel materials.
Well, you got perfect timing.
There's the contractor. We're looking down the channel here, right about there where the person with the rod is, about the end of our project. It's 190 feet. We are at the railroad culvert. This is the morning of the second day. The pumps are running. They're going to draw down the stream flow enough to where we dry up the channel, and we can start working probably in about an hour and a half from now. Standing down here, you can look. This was a hole about 6 feet deep yesterday, and it was filled with stream bed mix. And this morning I am here to inspect it to see if a seal has been established. The contractor was told to put the material in at 2-foot lifts and to jet it between each lift to where a seal was achieved. I was not here during that time, so that's why I am inspecting it now. As I look, I can see this part of the stream has a good seal. The water's flowing on top. It all looks good. However, I'm looking over here and I can see the water flowing under the lip of the apron. And it's not on the surface where it should be. And I can see over here where the water is coming out, seeping out of the ground. That's about, I would say, 12 feet away. There's another spot where it's seeping out. So a seal has not been achieved at this location. This is a problem, and it will have to be repaired before we can move on. So either this material is going to have to be removed and redone, or they're going to have to come in here and spend a lot of time jetting and showing that a seal has been established in this area. This is a view of the outlet of the railroad culvert. We finished this in-stream work, and we've turned the water back into the stream. The water coming through the culvert is about 1/4 of an inch deep right now, and bank full is about 19 or 20 inches higher than this. As you can see, the channel work that we did here, we rip-wrapped the banks on both sides to prevent more scour into the bank. The size rock that we used is stream bed mix was the same as we used at the Spalding site, and gradient here is about 3.8 to the bend, and then it's 4% after that. It's March 1st. We're at the downstream culvert, which is the railroad culvert. As you can see, the project has been successful. There is no jump into the culvert. It looks like in the summertime the juveniles will be able to just swim from the stream into the culvert. And so we have achieved fish passage for both adults and juveniles.
When we started this project, there was a vertical bank, and we reshaped it to about a 3-to-1 slope. Then we removed the Himalayan blackberries and invasive weeds. It was easiest to do this with the excavator while it was here. We just scraped the bank, and we came back in and replanted the site with native trees and shrubs. And we monitor the site for an 80% survival rate.
We were one of a group of local participants who raised the money to get the project done. We've also been involved physically in helping to rescue fish here as the project got started, and planting trees to replace the ones we had to take out to get the project done.